Welcome to the blueprint of a legend. This is Alan Turing, the architect of the universal. Here, we witness the convergence of two worlds, the mechanical precision of the enigma-cracking bomb and the organic complexity of morphogenesis. Through the lens of his universal machine concept, Turing bridged the gap between punch-tape data and the digital sequences of DNA. He saw the logic in the leopard spots and the ghosts in the machine, ultimately proving that the laws of computation govern the very fabric of our living reality. Behold the four paradigms of processing that defined a genius. This map of Turing's intellect begins with the abstract in 1936, mastering pure logic. It moves to the applied in 1939, where cryptanalysis met the crucible of war. By 1945, we witnessed the birth of the artificial and modern AI. Finally, in 1952, Turing turns to the organic, decoding the mathematics of biological growth. Each stage reflects a singular obsession. Understanding how simple rules can manifest the infinite complexity of the human mind and the natural world. Step back to the genesis of a genius. From his 1912 birth to the progressive sanctuary of King's College in 1931, Alan Turing's mind was always outlier-bound. While he mastered relativity independently at school, it was a profound tragedy that defined his trajectory. The death of Christopher Morcom, his first love and intellectual equal, served as the ultimate catalyst. This loss ignited Turing's obsessive quest into the nature of spirit, forever driving him to reconcile the human soul with the mechanical reality of physical matter. A heart broken, a world reimagined. Enter the year 1936, where the digital age began as a whisper in pure logic. Facing Hilbert's decision problem, Turing imagined the universal machine, a theoretical scanner reading and writing across infinite memory. This was the birth of software, the radical idea that a single machine, governed by a state table of rules, could simulate any mathematical calculation. By solving a paradox of decidability, Turing laid the conceptual blueprint for every computer today. He proved that with the right instructions, one machine could truly do it all. Face the combinatorial nightmare of 1939. The German Enigma machine was a wall of 159 quintillion possible settings, reset every 24 hours. To check them by hand would take millions of years, a mathematical impossibility during the heat of war. While Bletchley Park stared into this abyss of data, Turing looked for the crack in the armor. He realized that brute force was a fool's errand. To defeat the Enigma, they didn't need to check every setting. They needed a logical shortcut to turn the impossible into the inevitable. Welcome to the engine room of history. Here, Turing scales the impossible through the industrialization of genius. We see the bomb, a mechanical leviathan using parallel circuits to discard millions of incorrect Enigma settings in a heartbeat. Alongside it lies Banburismus, a brilliant exercise in probability that narrowed the search by inferring settings through logic. Turing even invented a new metric, the band, to weigh the very evidence of truth. By marrying heavy machinery with high mathematics, he transformed the art of code-breaking into a relentless, high-speed industry of salvation. Behold the staggering weight of a mathematical victory. This is the quantification of a silent triumph. By 1943, the relentless machinery of logic was decoding 84,000 messages every month, 2 secrets stripped bare every minute. This ultra-intelligence didn't just win battles, it rewrote history, shaving 2 to 4 years off the agony of World War II. But the most profound number isn't time or data, it's the 14 million lives preserved. Here, in the quiet collision of numbers and nerves, we see how pure thought became the ultimate shield for humanity. Witness the metamorphosis of logic into metal. Between 1945 and 1950, Turing's abstract dreams crystallized into the ACE, the automatic computing engine. While contemporaries built glorified calculators, Turing engineered a truly universal stored program architecture. This wasn't just a machine, it was a vessel for optimum coding and high-speed memory. On May 10, 1950, the pilot model ACE sparked to life, proving that hardware could finally keep pace with human imagination. From this reality sprang the commercial titans of the digital age. The conceptual blueprint had finally found its physical form. Enter the dawn of artificial intelligence. In 1950, Turing posed the ultimate question: can machines think? To answer it, he designed the imitation game, a battle of wits where a judge must distinguish man from machine through text alone. But his vision went deeper than mere deception. He proposed the child machine, an unorganized system that learns through experience, reward, and punishment, much like a human infant. By advocating for machines that evolve rather than ones that are simply programmed, Turing laid the bedrock for modern neural networks. Behold the structural pillars of a revolution. This architectural map connects Turing's four great legacies, spanning from pure logic to the silicon soul of AI. We see the universal machine defining the very limits of thought, and the bombs relays shattering wartime secrets. From there, the ACE gave life to the stored program architecture we use today, culminating in the child machine, the ancestor of modern neural networks. Mediums shifted from math to metal to code, but the purpose remained constant: to unlock the infinite potential of a rule-based universe. Witness the final evolution of Turing's genius in 1952, the organic machine. Here, the abstract world of logic collides with the chaotic beauty of nature. Using the Ferranti Mark I, Turing decoded the chemical basis of morphogenesis, proving that the intricate patterns of a leopard's spots or a zebra's stripes are not accidents, but the result of precise, nonlinear differential equations. Through diffusion-driven instability, he revealed that life itself follows a mathematical script. In his eyes, biology was not just a mystery, it was a computable masterpiece of chemical signals and emergent form. The final chapter of Turing's life is a somber testament to a world not yet ready for its savior. In 1952, the man who broke Enigma was broken by the state, convicted of gross indecency for his identity. Subjected to the chemical cruelty of organotherapy to avoid prison, he was stripped of his security clearances and his dignity. 2 years later, a cyanide-laced apple ended the light of his genius. Whether by tragic accident or desperate choice, a mind that decoded the universe was silenced by the very society it saved. History eventually caught up with the man who outpaced it. Decades after his silence, the world began to settle its debt. From the establishment of the Turing Award, the Nobel Prize of Computing, to an official government apology and a royal pardon, the tide of justice finally turned. In 2021, his face was etched onto the 50-pound note, a symbol of national pride. No longer a secret or a criminal, Alan Turing is celebrated as the ultimate visionary. A legacy once obscured by shadow now stands in the permanent light of global gratitude. We conclude with the master of patterns. Alan Turing was the ultimate bridge between worlds, fusing logic, physics, and biology into a singular vision. His legacy endures in every line of code we write and in our understanding of the mathematical seeds of life itself. He proved that whether in the gears of a machine or the stripes of a zebra, reality is a series of decodable patterns. Though he called himself simply a mathematician, he was the architect of our digital age and the man who decoded the language of existence.